Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Matt.
So you are the Economic Development Director here for the City of Santa Fe. Tell us a little bit about what you do and what your role is before we jump right into what you're working on right now.
Well, what I do is I help businesses grow in the city. One of the principal things that I'm doing is working on business development. I'm working on expanding the Business Ombudsman's office into the Office of Business Development to capture the mayor's vision of help, so we can help more existing businesses and entrepreneurs in Santa Fe. So we do, that's one of the things that I do. I also work on policy, and I also work on a little bit of recruitment, and then on a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things we're doing that would fall under sort of the, I guess you could break it into two camps, right? Business recruitment and then business support and development. And this is something that falls under the business support and development category, I think, is this survey, which is new this year. I don't think we've done this before.
Oh, we did. We did
before my time.
A smaller survey last year.
Okay.
But this one has had more breadth and what do you call it? We learned from last year. We shortened the time frame a little bit.
Okay.
And one of the things that we did is we asked the mayor to help us out with the survey, in which he graciously accepted, and we're having a lot more response to it.
Good, good. So there's about 7,000 businesses in Santa Fe, give or take.
More or less.
And we sent this out to all of them. How are the responses going so far?
Well, so far they're going along pretty well, but we've got close to 600 businesses that have responded, which is a pretty good response rate. But that's one of the reasons why we're here. We're trying to increase the response rate and get businesses to go on and that haven't taken the survey to go on and do so now.
Great, and they have until the end of the month, so about another week to go online, take the survey through March 31st.
Correct.
And it's on SurveyMonkey. Do you want to tell you what we'll do is we'll get the link out via email, via release today, and they can also, can they find it on the Santa Fe Economic Development website as well?
We'll get it on the website too.
Good, so it's up on santafenm.gov. If you look for economic development, you can find it there. It takes how long to do the survey?
10 minutes, just 10 minutes of your time.
Nice and quick.
Yeah, get a lot of good information. Some of the most important questions that we want you to ask, that we're asking, are questions on the business climate. What are your barriers to doing business in Santa Fe? Then some of the things, is access to financing, marketing, all those types of things. This helps us to structure programs and things in the Economic Development Division to help you grow your business.
Yeah, so it kind of runs through the survey here, just looking at some of the demographic information. What kind of company is it? What's the name? How long have you been in business? And then really breaking into what can the city do to support you? Is it access to capital? Is it access to employment? Is it access to an educated workforce? What are the challenges that and what are the barriers that exist? And then there's some open-ended questions too, which I like to see. There's some questions here that just kind of say, hey, you tell us, rather than us giving you a set of choices to make, you tell us what the biggest barriers are and what the biggest opportunities are.
Exactly. We really want to hear from you. We want to hear from businesses. We want to hear what your responses are. It's important to us so we can understand what we can do better to help you.
Great.
That way, like you said, we're not trying to prescribe things. We're trying to help you.
Sure. Okay, so March 31st, how can they get in touch with you if they have any questions about the survey?
You can call me at 505-955-6912, and I'll be happy to help you. Or you can email me at ftrujillo@santafenm.gov. Either one will work, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
All right, fantastic. So reach out, get in touch. We need more folks. We need at least 700 or 800 businesses to fill this thing out so that we can really get a good statistical sample of the city and really understand kind of some of the things that businesses want and need from us. What are we going to do once we collect all of these surveys? What's next?
Well, we're going to do combine it with our coffee and commerce, which we've been using as key focus groups. The mayor has been has met with approximately 62 businesses in 6 different industry types over the last few months, and those have been been used as business focus groups, and then we're going to combine the survey and everything and do a complete business assessment, and then we're going to report that to the City Business and Quality of Life Committee, and then whatever the survey is, we'll probably make some adjustments in our programs to help businesses or and go forward with that. One of the key things that we got from businesses that we've already been talking to is we've been working on business regulation. There's a business regulation work group that's formed, and we're working on streamlining the business licensing process, and then we're going to move to see what we can do for other things like the permitting and other regulatory processes, so we can make it easier for businesses to grow in Santa Fe.
Sure. Sounds fantastic. And so would you say that if you were a business out there who wanted to see something change at the city, wanted a service to be instituted that wasn't already instituted, wanted something to stop, or wanted, like you said, regulations to get cleaned up and some of that red tape to get cut down so that it's a more efficient process, would you say this was one of the best ways to give us that feedback?
Yes, this is one of the best ways to give us that feedback, because we will review these, and they will be assessed, but yes, this is the best way.
Because we're going to act on the information that we get here. It's not just going to sit in a file somewhere. We're going to actually make changes to our programming based on the results of the survey.
Absolutely.
Great.